Hi. Let's see if we're online. Yes, we are online. I love how we start so smoothly. Let's start recording. There. Good. Wait 1 second. Where am I? There. Good. Here. Good. Okay. No one's going to watch. It doesn't matter. Hi, welcome to Take This Rose. I'm Tommy.
And I'm Jenny.
And we are here to discuss week 2 of Bachelor in Paradise.
Here with the best intros in the business.
Yeah, we've nailed it. So professional. So yeah, week 2 of Bachelor in Paradise. We skipped week 1.
It was just too much.
It was
too much.
This show, oh my god. I used to love Paradise. It's been bad.
Wait, that was the wrong gesture. That was like my mind was blown. This one. There we go.
Yeah.
I want to shoot myself in the
We don't endorse suicide on this podcast.
We do not. We are against suicide.
Unless you have to watch. How many episodes of Bachelor in Paradise did you watch today?
Oh my god, I watched them all in a row. All 3.
That's 6 hours.
It was so much. Well, luckily there weren't commercials.
Okay.
So it was less than 6 hours. But it was still more hours than I thought it was going to be.
It's pretty bad.
And it was upsetting.
I'm wearing my Paradise shirt here. It's got shrimp on it.
Those aren't shrimp.
Oh, they're seahorses.
There we go.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Ladies.
You like somebody who knows crustaceans?
Tommy is not your guy. He does not know the crustaceans.
Though, we have a big announcement. Big announcement off the bat.
Big.
After some life changes, I am refocusing my effort on getting onto the Bachelorette. I'm going for it this time, gang.
Hard. He sent a really great email.
And
I know it sounds stupid when I say it, but like it was a really great email.
It's great.
It was well structured.
Mm-hmm.
It was succinct. It was snappy. It was funny. It was heartfelt.
Yeah, so fingers crossed. Now, as always, feel free to nominate me as we get more into this journey.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 0 people that are watching us live because it's randomly a Wednesday.
It doesn't matter. It's going to be like the olden days.
Yeah. This episode of Take This Rose brought to you by our sponsors, That Trainer Tommy.
At That Trainer Tommy on Instagram and at Jenny Cakes Chai. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about Jenny Cakes Chai.
Yes, let's.
Friday, had a lovely evening with the family. My sister-in-law, Lauren's birthday. Mm-hmm. We went to a place called Five Rabanitos.
Whoa.
In Pilsen.
Nice.
Great. Just great meal.
Awesome.
Great ambiance. BYOB. Went there after dinner. Went to my parents' house. Had some cake. The cake was made by Jenny Cakes Chai.
Guys, I made the cake.
It was... first of all, I was afraid to cut into it because it was so ornate. My sister-in-law loves sprinkles.
There were a lot of sprinkles.
But not too many. It's not like there were sprinkles falling all over the place. You know how you get the sprinkled on the side?
Yes.
And then you get sprinkles everywhere, and 6 months later you find a sprinkle underneath your couch and you eat it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been there.
That did not happen.
No.
There's pictures of it on my personal Instagram, at Tommy.Roth.
Plug.
Delicious as well. Mm-hmm. It was, what was the inside?
Good, right?
It was like a cinnamon
It was a
caramel.
cinnamon cake.
Okay.
With caramel filling and vanilla buttercream.
And then the frosting was multicolored.
Yes.
But I did not
to go with the sprinkles.
Notice a particular flavor to them. It's just sugar.
It was just vanilla frosting.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah.
Like, everyone loved it. My sister-in-law has a really dumb way of cutting cakes. I will say that to her.
Did she cut it in like squares?
No. She cuts a circle in the middle first. I know. I wanted my brother to divorce her on the spot.
Is it just because she wanted the most sprinkles possible?
No.
Is that the piece she ate?
No. No one ate it. Then, because we saved some, unfortunately, like, we did not go to town as much as I would have.
Well, it was a lot of cake.
Yeah, and she brought some to her family. Mm-hmm. But yeah, she has a very interesting way of cutting the cake.
Did someone eat the middle eventually?
I don't know.
Lauren.
I only had 2 slices, so I could have gone for like 5 or 6.
Dude, it was a good combo.
It was really good. So my mom was like, You met my dad.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
Thoughts
God.
on my dad?
He's the sweetest man. My favorite was when he texted me about what time to come pick up the cake. He goes, will you and Lucy be around at 8:30? Which was my favorite. Only to be topped by my next favorite when he said he's always found sprinkles to be frivolous.
They are. I agree
They
with
are.
them. Yeah.
But you need
They're
a little
delicious.
frivolity.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Every once in a while. No, he was super sweet.
And then I think, did my mom text you too?
Yes, your mom texted me too.
And then my mom on the phone last
She's
night.
like, I can't wait to order another cake.
Yeah. Yeah, right. That's what she said. She's like, I need another reason to order a cake.
Right.
It's like, I guess it won't be until your birthday, which is November.
Ooh, what are we going to do for your birthday?
I don't know. It's Black Wednesday. So I think, I don't know what's going to happen. So those are our sponsors. As always, you can reach out to us about how we haven't talked at all about the show yet.
I was just going to say,
yeah. So,
we don't want to talk about the show.
So we're takethisrosepodcast@gmail.com. We have a Twitter that we didn't tweet from this week.
Because as we've already discussed, we did not watch the show
Yeah.
live.
So it's @TakeThisRose. Then Facebook Take This Rose, iTunes, YouTube,
Yeah.
all those things.
Just Google Take This Rose. You'll find us.
But the mailbag is open, so
yes.
feel free to, if you
We are
have,
here for questions, insights, scoop, and advice.
or stuff about nominating me for the Bachelorette,
That too.
that's all good. Okay, so,
I think I'm going to nominate you this year.
okay, good. You know all the stuff.
I do.
We do need to do
all the
like,
deets.
we need to get a video camera. Okay. With a VHS.
That's so much work.
I know.
They shoot movies on iPhones.
Well, okay, then we need to do the iPhone and figure out. It's probably gonna have to
Do
be
I have
one
iMovie
long
on
take.
here?
I don't know. Obviously, I can't do it on my phone. I've got a 5S.
Yeah, your phone is old.
I literally.
I do. I have iMovie
Ooh, nice.
and GarageBand.
Okay, well maybe.
Welcome to iMovie. Create project. See?
There you
We
go.
don't need a video camera.
So, do you want to talk about the first episode? I didn't really watch that one, but we could talk about this week.
I watched it, but I did not take notes. And due to the mass amount that I consumed,
It's all gonna blend together, yeah.
is there anything I remember that was distinct?
Like the connections that formed were like Kendall and Grocery Store Joe.
Yeah. So, like, everybody came in, as they usually do. I remember Bibiana, like, wanted to just wear skimpy bikinis the whole time. She's like, if my butt gets blacked out, I know I'm doing a good job.
Bibiana. Her posture. She needs to do some rows.
You know, every time you talk about, like, their terrible
I know.
posture, I'm just like, with my tiny shoulders.
Yeah. Crystal and Kenny connected.
So initially it was Crystal and the Canadian guy.
Kevin, but then him
Yeah.
and Astrid connected. Astrid is attractive. I'm sure she's terrible, but she is attractive.
She seemed analytical. Like, she was very much like doing a lot of commentary on other people.
It's almost as though she's not interesting, so she'll comment on other people. We're commenting on a franchise.
We are so boring.
I'll tell you who was changed for the better. Is Crystal. Her voice completely different.
Tia mentioned it in the first episode. She's like, what the hell
Yeah.
is with her voice? She's like, old Crystal would have been like, hi guys, good morning.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, hey guys, what's up?
Yeah, she seems totally
And I was
normal
like,
now.
Tia, I'm with you.
And then Tia.
Probably heard herself on television. She's like, oh fuck.
Then Tia.
What I thought was a sexy voice was actually
actually
super annoying.
murdery.
Murdery. Serial killer. Not just murder. Multiple murders.
All the peeps.
Planned.
So then Tia wanted Colton to show up. Colton didn't show up. She asked Chris out on a date. Colton showed up. Colton asked Tia on a date.
It's like, I wish that they would make it feel a little less contrived.
Yeah. So this is why the show sucks, is because it's so forced, and they think we're really invested in Colton and Tia.
And we're not.
We're not.
And like, everything was so forced. Like, them giving Tia the date card, and then Colton coming the next morning. Like, first of all, Tia could have given that date card away.
Yeah.
It's happened many times.
Yeah.
Where they're like, I don't need this date card, and they give it to somebody else. So, like, that could have happened. And then, of course, they don't bring Colton in until the next morning because they were making Tia go out on a date with somebody else so that they would create a love triangle.
Yeah.
And then when at the rose ceremony later, when fucking Bibiana picked Colton,
Oh my god.
it's like, what did they trade you?
Yeah.
What did the producers trade you?
She's gonna get a miraculous
to
rose
keep
this
Colton.
week. She better. So yeah. So
It's
this
like you have to pick Colton because Becca's coming
this
tomorrow.
week picked up with a Colton confrontation. Where he came back from his date with Tia, and the guys were pissed because it seems like he's keeping Tia in his back pocket, and Chris was really upset. This guy Chris.
That's not why Chris was mad.
No, because Chris.
Like, Chris was mad because him and Tia went on a date and he wanted a rose.
Yeah, and so he could stay longer.
Yeah.
And get more exposure and more followers.
So we got Jordan and Nick.
Oh yeah,
Is that guy named Nick?
Nick.
With the weird face?
The guy who looks like he's always trashed. Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
He does. That's what it is. It's his eyes. They always look drunk.
So they confronted Colton. Then this David and Jordan thing. Jesus. I'm so sick of this one. So Jordan was into Annalise at this point. Mm-hmm. David goes up to Annalise and says, Jordan's not good. David is...
A dick.
I was going to say cocksucker, but yes. Cocksucker's
He's
not
just...
even good. Because that's not an insult, per se. Some people like doing that.
Right?
Yeah.
You do you.
Yeah, he's just a bad guy.
He's an asshole.
Like, the thing he said when he's, like,
he
living
is
with
full of poop.
living with his mom.
He was like a male Corinne.
And he's like, unfortunately, I can't marry my mom.
It's like, no, never use unfortunately in that sentence. Never say any part of that sentence. But especially don't use the word unfortunately. Because that makes us know that you've thought about it.
Yeah. Oh, if only. So then, let's see. Annalise and Jordan did dinner. It seemed like they were going to click. Mm-hmm. Kenny got a date card.
And Jordan was actually being pretty sweet at this point.
Yeah. So
less sweet later.
Nah. I thought he was kind of upfront about it, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was at least honest.
So Kenny got a date card, and he asked Crystal on a date. Kenny is another guy that I just cannot stand at this point.
He just tries so hard.
To be smooth. Yes.
Yes.
Like the way he's saddled up next to Crystal at the bar in the second part of this week's episode.
Like, yeah.
And it's like, the guy clearly, alright, this is what happened with Kenny. Never really hooked up with a lot of girls because he's a professional wrestler. And when you think about how dorky of a profession that is, it's pretty low. So he never hooked up with a lot of girls. Went on Rachel's season, where, like, once again, he's kind of pathetic. He's crying, and, like, he's a bad crier. Kind of pathetic. Goes on there, he starts to hook up with girls. And now he thinks he's the man.
Yeah.
But really, not at all. So guess what they did on this date? They went to a wrestling show.
Like, I kind of get it.
Yeah, because he's a wrestler. I don't know if you knew that.
You're kidding, right?
No, has it been made clear yet?
Yeah.
Let's see, he wrestled on The Bachelor. He wrestled on The Bachelorette on his season. He pretty much only talks about wrestling. Yeah. So he's a wrestler.
Oh, so you're being sarcastic there.
Yes.
Very off-brand for you.
Are you being sarcastic?
Guys, we're never serious.
Never. So they did that. Kevin was a little upset. Then, thank God, Yuki arrived. I guess it's entertaining, but, like, really her whole shtick is that she doesn't really have a good grasp on the English language.
I know. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, God, this is racist.
Yeah.
Like, you're bringing her on to laugh at the fact that she can't speak English.
But
like,
that's
the whole thing.
John's there, and he's half Asian, so it's cool.
Guys, it's fine.
It's fine. Wells is so progressive, guys. He's so progressive.
Yes, Cassandra, the whole Yuki thing is super racist. It is!
That's the whole point. Racism is fun. It really is. Like, they're just making...
It just made me so uncomfortable.
It's like, she's different. Isn't that funny?
She speaks another language.
Whoa. I mean, good for her. She's cashing in.
Yeah, I hope she's getting paid and she doesn't have to pretend to date these people.
No way.
But, like, oh, God. This is bad.
Then we went to a cocktail party. Nick made another go-round at Chelsea. You want to talk about smooth talker.
My God.
God damn it.
He said to her, was it then or was it in the first episode?
Like,
he
said, I've got a weird connection.
Yeah, he's like, I'm like weirdly attracted to you.
And he's looking at his fingers the whole time.
Slash his chest.
Yeah.
He was like undoing his shirt and just like, I don't know if he thought he was being casual.
I think so. And then she's like, I need to go to bed. I'm a single mom.
It was really funny.
She is a single mom. We had a little bit of a love triangle with Kendall, John, and Grocery Joe. Mm-hmm. But really, Grocery Joe's got it.
Yeah. It wasn't really a love triangle.
Grocery Joe seems like a nice guy.
He is laying the accent on really thick.
But it's not like a Chicago accent.
No.
It's like a...
Ding!
Nope, that's okay. Sorry.
Oh, if I mute it, our sound won't go away, will it?
No, it won't. He is too hyped, Cassandra. Thank you. Like, he's not the greatest guy ever.
Like, he's from Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know a good tomato, eh? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. You're weird. You like going to cemeteries?
He seems kind of like being labeled as like the every guy, like the normal guy, like who you would be. Mm-hmm. But he's not actually. I don't even know.
He works at a grocery store. He's
like,
a bag boy. I'll take your card for you.
And yeah, he's laying whatever accent that is on really thick.
Yeah.
And like Tommy and I have decent Chicago accents.
Yeah.
Like I say Halloween.
Halloween.
Apparently it's Halloween.
Halloween?
Halloween.
Let me out. Napkin.
Yeah.
Plaza.
Yeah. No, apparently people like this was I got made fun of by an ex-boyfriend in high school who lived in Michigan.
Oh, you can just first of all, that was never gonna work. That's long distance. Jeff thinks that's funny.
Yes,
what a terrible person.
Because he won.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "Why you say that weird?" And I was like, "No, I don't. That's how you say it. Halloween. It's an A. It's not an O."
I've heard like that we say soccer mom really weird.
Soccer
Soccer
Is it
mom.
The soccer mom?
But how are you? Soccer mom.
Soccer mom.
Soccer mom. I love the soccer moms. I don't know. So
whatever. Anyway, Joe's extra accenting it.
Then we had a whole bunch of shit with Tia and Colton. Tia wants Colton. Colton, to his credit, when the women have the roast, says, "I want to pursue other things."
But he didn't really tell her that.
Yeah, he did. He sat down.
Not on their date.
Oh no, but he said it at the cocktail party.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Then why are you here?" She's like, "Are you not over Becca? That Baxter, she's got a ways with the man."
It reminded me of when Ashley I called Caitlin sobbing. Was like, "What did you do to Jared?" Oh my god. I never thought I would say this. I miss Ashley.
No, you don't.
I do. That's how terrible these people are. Because she was fun to laugh at while she was crying.
Oh, I got pretty sick of it though. That first season with her was better. Yeah. So
these people I just want to punch in the face.
Tia then saying Colton's not going to get his rose. So then Colton pivoted, not discreetly at all, to Angela. No idea who Angela is.
Apparently she was on Nick's season.
Sure. That's great.
Like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah. And then we went to the roses. The roses went. Remember how we do this? Crystal to Kenny. Astrid to Kevin. Tia to Chris. Kendall to Jill. Annalise to Jordan. Nisha? Who's Nisha?
Who?
Start. Nisha to Eric. Chelsea to David. Never saw them talk. Angela to John. And then Bibiana in the clearest producer manipulation ever to Colton. To Colton. Yeah. It was.
Oh, did you think I was pointing for your head to go there?
Yeah.
I was just pointing that way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It was like, are you fucking kidding me?
It was so. Right, they have no shame, Cassandra. It was.
They literally said to her, Becca's coming tomorrow. Colton needs to stay.
Yeah.
You don't have anything cooking. We're going to make you last. You're going to pick Colton.
Well, so do you think they're going to let her last, or do you think it's you're going on next season of Paradise?
I honestly don't know. I thought maybe they would give her like a date card.
Yeah.
But she didn't get one.
Yeah. So then...
And so they must be pulling a rabbit out of a hat for her this week because she still doesn't have anything cooking. That's probably why she's like kicking back.
Yeah, right.
Because she was totally kicking back.
There's no pressure. I know.
Like, guys, I'm staying.
Things will come to Bibiana. So then, yeah, Wills and Nick went home. Wills, once again, never understood the hype. Didn't say much. Never really got on camera, so I don't know what's going on there.
I'm digging Eric a lot more than I did when he was on Rachel's season.
I'm still pretty ambivalent. I don't care. So then, Harrison, the next morning, calls everyone over to the palapa. Palapa. With the sugar mums.
Sugar mums.
Sugar mums, come over to the palapa with me. We spread oils. Yeah. That's our special. If we get someone can make a gif, Ansi, we need you to make a gif of us doing this. This guy.
We don't know how to work the internet.
So he says, you never know who's gonna show up. Guys, you can leave. This person's only here for the women. Mm-hmm. Becca shows up. I was actually like relieved to see Becca at this point, though.
God, that's so sad.
I know. It's like, oh, thank God, a familiar face, someone I actually remember from this franchise. She shows up. She shows up, and Colton. God, he's terrible. He's not over her.
Oh man, he was like legit a wreck.
I
actually felt bad.
This gives credence to him being a virgin. This is what happens. And not for me, but what these types of people do.
They get really attached?
They fuck their way out of breakups. Like, they have sex with so many people over a short period of time. They have a bunch of rebounds. And then they feel better. Right?
Yeah.
He's a virgin. Right?
So
he
has
never
not
did that.
had...
So he's still caught up over her. And that's my hunch. So I think he might actually be a virgin. Plus, I've never seen him have sex, so. Okay, so we got a really ugly cry from Colton over it.
Yeah.
Then we went to night 2. Becca went to talk to Colton.
Dun, dun, dun.
They hooked up. I just need the one.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Just a little closure. That's the real closure.
She said that Tia was not why he went home.
Yes.
Baloney. But Chris was really upset. Chris was like, I don't get like if he's here. Yeah, I know. Because he kept saying like too. And he had this posture. I don't get like if he's not over her, like now he's here, like looking for a connection. God, I hate Chris so much. Jenna arrives.
Who?
Jenna.
Who?
Yeah. Her voice. Holy shit. It is the worst.
She and Jordan are legit perfect for each other.
Oh, yeah, they're for sure getting engaged.
I love how everybody was just like, I couldn't wait for you to meet Jenna.
And then,
when I saw her come in.
And then they telegraphed that. Ready to get Coco nuts. So many times. Oh my God. Yeah, so Jenna's there. And Jordan was like smitten. He's like,
yes.
Hi.
He's like, hi guys.
Hey.
Hey,
Hi.
hey, you want me to carry your books? Will you go prom with me? Okay, cool, call me.
He's a puppy.
Yeah.
So he was smitten.
That was better. That's like a lemur.
Well, he is a model, so he's doing the dog, and then he.
All right. This is me being pensive.
Yeah, just squinting.
Yep. Like I'm trying to read a really small book.
So you're like Garrett.
So
Garrett. Annalise, guess what? She was totally unsuspecting. Thought she had a really strong connection with Jordan.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he had a producer get her a giant puppy.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Alexander. Hi, everyone. I've been watching your recaps for a while, but this is my first live session.
Oh, hi. Welcome.
Come on in.
Welcome to my kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Your dad recognized my fridge, too. He watched and he's like, oh, I definitely recognize this.
There you go. It's a great fridge.
It is.
The big chill. Let's see. So Jenna and Jordan ended up going on a date. She had a date card. Mm-hmm. They rode horses. Wild, wild horses. You know that song by the Rolling Stones?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure. Then they had a really aggressive makeout on the beach. Wow.
This is just like...
They were eating each
magnets.
Yeah.
In each of their mouths.
Yeah. So, Wenman, do you think Jordan wrote Jenna as the person you want to see most on the questionnaire? If not, I don't know why they will bring her, though. Oh, I'm sure they're talking before the show.
Yeah. Oh, and Kevin said later that morning, Jordan said 3 times, I hope Jenna comes today.
Okay, yeah. So he was... So, Anne at least never had a chance. No. So, yeah, they had
girl.
They had a really intense makeout. It was pretty gross.
And then some other intense makeouts.
I feel
love
like
that her ass just kept getting blurred out.
There's a chance. If she would fix that hair, she'd be pretty excited.
I like the pink.
Yeah.
But it was a little frizzy.
Yeah.
It was a little unkempt.
What was it? Oh, but like watching their makeout is almost as though Jordan has never kissed a woman before. So then Jordan talked to Annalise, and
to his credit,
he's very upfront. Like
yeah.
He grabbed her, said, "Look, I had an amazing day, and like I don't think that's gonna top it."
Yeah.
Then David brought Jenna a birthday cake because it was her fucking birthday. David, are you fucking serious?
He's just such a dick.
He's such a little...
He's a little snake.
God, he's awful. He's like a little...
Just slithering in there.
You just can't get rid of him. And, he's got the rose this week at this point, too.
Mm-hmm. So he really is just doing it to fuck with Jordan. Yeah. Like, he is, honestly.
Yeah. Why wouldn't he go to Annalise? I guess he doesn't want Jordan's sloppy seconds. But really, there's nothing. I didn't see.
Somebody said the phrase "sloppy segundos" at some point in these
like
episodes, and I was like, "Good God!"
I like that a lot. That is a good 22-year-old phrase. Not even that. 20. Jordan then says, "I don't know what his problem is. So I don't know if it's because I matched with his mom on Tinder." Which, I really hope that's true. I really hope that Jordan also does have an age setting from like 18 to 65 on his Tinder.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
He's just constantly swiping right.
Yeah.
That would explain the 10,000 matches.
Yeah.
Explain a lot. Then he started talking about Mr. Rogers. I didn't really write it down.
He said this like in a voiceover, and he said it to Jenna. He's like the opposite of Mr. Rogers. I wouldn't want to be his neighbor. And then he started rambling about how Mr. Rogers brought back television for children.
Yeah. I don't know. When has the birthday cake in paradise ever worked out? David, Dean, Sheesh. Remember Joe Bailey did that with Samantha, and then she hooked up with a guy named Nick who looked like a total scumbag. So no, it doesn't work out.
What was it about Nick that bothered you? His flip-flops or his cargo shorts? Did he wear cargo shorts?
He might have worn cargo shorts.
Or was it the flip-flops?
He might have worn cargo shorts. He also almost got a handy from that crazy Ashley girl on their spa date. Like, there's a hurricane, so they couldn't go on the boat.
Yep.
And the bird started telling her to give him a hand check.
They just drank a lot of tequila.
Yeah. So then Angela is talking to Eric.
Mm-hmm.
So Eric, you like him now, huh? Not smooth, because his move was, can I have a hug?
And then he kissed her.
What are you doing? You have some fame. How have you not practiced?
Well, and it's just like...
Oh, my... And he does that weird thing with his... He sticks his butt out when he hugs, too. So is he sticking his butt out and kissing?
None of the men have been smooth when they've kissed these women for the first time in these episodes. Like, it's all been fucking awkward. Yeah. And it's like, why are you making it so forced? You're all here to fuck.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't be that difficult.
Oh, man.
To be a little better at it.
You know who's smooth is John. John is smooth. I like John.
He is crushing it. And I love it.
So then Caroline arrives.
Redemption is sweet.
Caroline looked great.
Mm-hmm.
She looks great.
Mm-hmm.
So there must be something wrong, because Ari did not keep her around that long. So she looked really good. And she took John out on a date.
Mm-hmm.
And they went to a bar.
Question. It was like 2 a.m, right?
Was it?
Because this seemed like it was the same night, or maybe they just showed stuff out of order. Everybody was wearing the same stuff as the end of the day after Jordan and Jenna's date. And when David gave her birthday cake, she said it was after midnight.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
So Caroline came like really late in the day.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Because it was dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they showed it out of order. But it was still like...
Cassandra just left a very mean comment. Caroline looks 40. I think she looks good.
I think she looks good.
She looked good in the bathing suit. Oof. So yeah, I didn't notice that. So they showed up. No, because it was like daytime when she...
No, it wasn't. It was dark.
When she got there day.
It was?
Because, like, when she had to go to the bathroom and stuff, I think it was the daytime. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. So they went to a bar.
We're losing viewers.
They just went...
contemplate this.
They just went to a bar and got distracted by stray animals.
Yeah.
So something I would not do.
That's also why I think it was like 2 a.m.
Yeah. The strays were out.
It was just like old men at this bar.
Yeah. Muchacho. Más tequila. Vámonos.
And that's the extent of Tommy's Spanish.
Yes. That's pretty good. That is a sentence.
Oh, bad.
Yeah. I feel like that would be a passage from, like, Harrison's next novel.
Yes.
If there's a scene in Mexico.
Yep.
The old man said at the bar, Muchacho. Más tequila.
Takes a shot.
Vámonos. So then a mariachi band showed up. They made out. They didn't seem to have like the greatest connection, but whatever.
They seemed like pretty comfortable with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And like Caroline seemed really into it, but she kept saying the phrase, "He's not the kind of guy I usually date."
Yeah.
And so I don't know if it's just because she also mentioned that essentially that her last boyfriend was emotionally abusive.
Yeah. But like how serious of a relationship could that have been?
I don't know.
Because she finished. I mean, it's not like that was a 6-month relationship. This filmed in May. They finished The Bachelor in like December.
Maybe it was like an on again, off again thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
So
either way, so she may just be like forcing feelings because John is so nice.
And she's on TV, and she's
on TV. Yeah.
Last a couple weeks. Let's see. Then Jubilee arrived. I don't know.
I hit mute.
I don't know why he keeps doing this. I'm sorry.
Tommy's getting text messages because he's so popular.
So popular? Oh my god.
So popular.
Soups pops.
Everyone I know is asleep.
So then Jubilee arrives. Jubilee still looks great.
God, she's so hot.
Oh,
She's
man.
so hot.
So fucking hot. That is too much woman for John. Like, I feel like John, they get into the bedroom and be like, I'm a little overwhelmed.
But she says that she usually goes for nerdy guys.
Well, remember she wanted to date Jared?
Yeah, and they had a really good time on their date. They seemed to have, like, a lot of chemistry.
Yeah.
And she did communications, and so, like, programmed hardware
And
in the Army. So they actually have, like, a lot of stuff in common.
My favorite part was in, like, she's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm a software developer. I developed the Venmo app. Yeah,
like, I have that on my phone.
and she's like, why are you here?
Yeah.
She literally said that.
And, like, she meant it.
Yeah.
She's like, why are you here?
Yeah. But he's smart. He's just... John is smart because he knows that, like, he's just going to... Sorry, once again, about the tax. He just knows he's going to look great on this. Mm-hmm. And then he's going to have sex with a lot of women.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah. Good for him.
Is John actually this attractive, or are the women jumping at the first opportunity to date a normal guy on this show?
I think he's actually a good-looking guy.
I think he's super cute.
Yeah.
I think he's super cute.
Yeah. So, whatever. So they seem to have a good connection. Crystal and Kenny have some stuff. So this is how Kenny... this is what he did. You just sit there like you're at the bar. Hey. It was so creepy.
That's when I take out my pepper spray.
Yeah. So it was bad. He saddles up to her and he got strawberries or something. And she was like, she's like, oh, I like you, but I think you're moving a little too fast.
Yes.
I'm really not that into you.
Yeah.
Because, like, why would she be into him?
Well, and, like, you could tell that she was soft on it. Like, even when he asked her out on the date. Like, when he was talking to all the women and, like, just sauntering around.
Yeah, and
choosing his queen.
To her credit, the guys have the roses at this point, too. Mm-hmm. So, like...
That's true. She could fake it.
Yeah. Which makes me think she knew something about Chris already. I don't know. So, she says no. So then Kenny and Eric go and have a conversation about cheese.
Yes.
I was watching this, and I hadn't eaten yet. And this went all over my head because I just got really hungry just thinking about cheese.
So they were discussing that there are two kinds of rats. Mm-hmm. One who is, getting cheese from a place and will show up, and even if there's no cheese, the rat will stay and wait for the cheese. And then there are rats that will follow the cheese.
Okay.
So basically the people that are jumping around a lot are following the cheese.
Okay.
And there are other ones that are staying and waiting for the cheese.
But I don't think you can stay and wait for the cheese in a show where you could be eliminated in 2 days.
But a lot of them are. Like, Caroline kind of is. Like, she didn't really talk to John. Like, before Jubilee came around, she should have said to John, hey, like, we have a really great connection. Like, I know Jubilee's here. Like, it's okay. I understand if you want to go on a date with her, but, like, it'll make me really sad.
Yeah.
Like, that's what she should have done. And actually, she may have been about to do that when Jubilee asked him on the date. But, so she's kind of waiting around.
So you want to be chasing the cheese?
Yeah, theoretically.
So then is Crystal chasing the cheese?
I think so.
So then, are they saying that Kenny isn't chasing the cheese?
I don't know. They
Is
kind of
Eric
lost. They
chasing
kind
the
of
cheese?
lost me.
Yeah.
The only reason
There was
it
a
made
lot of
sense
cheese
was
talk.
because they were like talking about it for a long time in like a roundabout way. And the only reason it made sense was because they were doing cutaways to people who were either following or waiting for cheese.
Don't you want cheese right now?
I always want cheese, Tommy.
It's so good.
You know who loves cheese? Lucy.
There you go, Dad. Now you know what to get her for Christmas.
I put down a bunch of like cut it up into little cubes, and I put down a bunch, thinking that she would eat it slowly. I turned around for like 20 seconds. I turned back around. all of the cheese is just in her mouth, and it's like starting to liquefy and dripping down the front of her mouth like she's amazing. A psychotic person.
That's amazing.
It's just like, Lucy, you can't eat all that cheese.
She really is my favorite person. So then...
Oh, she's great.
We got to Chris. Speaking of cheese, we got somebody that looks like a mouse. Chris looks like a mouse, doesn't he? He's got a mousy look.
Yes.
He does. He actually, not even mousy. He looks like somebody in the Goofy movie.
Oh, God. I love the Goofy movie.
Pull up Goofy's son. And let's do a side by side.
I don't have to look it up to remember.
Doesn't he look like Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah. He does.
I loved a Goofy movie.
Yeah.
My grandma had that on VHS, and I watched it like every time I went to her house when I was a kid.
Never got really into Goofy's baby mama.
Stand out.
And like
above the crowd. Even if I got
Goofy, like, he must have had. I mean, he procreated.
He did.
That's a thought right there. I want to see the Goofy when he gets this other dog pregnant. I mean, we could say it. When he gets this bitch pregnant, it's literally a bitch.
Yes.
It's a female dog. There we go. That's a movie.
Yeah. We were looking for movies to watch the other day, and
make it. Don't watch it. Make one.
An extremely Goofy movie was on, and I was like, oh, if that was the original, I'd definitely put it on right now.
Yeah, right. I wonder what could be extremely goofy. So Chris and Crystal are there. Crystal's like, hey, I like you. Chris like, let me make it clear, I'm not in a relationship. This right after saying he is all about Dia.
It was like, oh my God, you are such an asshole right now.
He's so bad.
First off, I'm not in a relationship.
Oh my God.
And then he's all like, I've never made out with a blonde. You know what's bothering me? How far away from me you are right now. I was like,
how have you never made out with a blonde?
First of all,
Jesus.
I don't believe him.
I mean,
Crystal's not a natural blonde. Oh, sweetie. Oh, honey.
I believe it. I could see him having never hooked up with a girl before. What if there was a season where they were all just like secretly virgins?
Not even just virgins, like never been kissed situations.
Chris said it was a line. Who uses lines?
He like bragged about it later. Like, oh, it's so fucking slick. I was like, I want you to be my first blonde. The conversation that they had the next morning, it was Chris and Jordan.
In his fucking headband?
In his fucking headband. Okay, why does he call himself Goose?
Goose dies in Top Gun,
like,
right?
Is it a Top Gun thing? Because then they kept talking about the Karate Kid. I don't remember a Goose in the Karate Kid.
Well, because of his band, that's why they...
And in the first episode, he kept referring to himself as Goose, but he was feeding swans. They were not geese. They were swans. And he was in, like, a swan paddle boat.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it at all. He's an idiot. I guess.
Like, that was worse than, like, the shark dolphin thing.
Oh, my God, yeah. What happened to that chick?
I'm a dolphin. No, you're a fucking shark.
But then the thing about him using a line. What are some of his other lines? Do you work at Subway because you're giving me a foot long? That's gotta be one. So, the next girl that shows up, he'll say that to Annalise.
Yeah. So he's fucking calling himself Goose. Goose needs to fly. Wearing that douche-ass headband. Having, like, the most toxic masculinity conversation I've ever heard on television.
Oh, with the
including Mad
meal.
Men, the 2 episodes I watched.
Okay. Mad Men is a great show. Mad Men, it's on purpose.
It was so slow, and I just didn't feel like wasting all my time watching a bunch of men be assholes to the women they work with.
But the whole point of the show, we've gone over this. The whole point of the show, like, a woman is, like, the biggest central character, the second biggest character in the first season.
Yeah, but...
You'd like Peggy.
I bet
she becomes
I would.
a shark.
Yeah, good for Elizabeth Moss. I actually wrote a joke in my pilot script that the girl's like, if I wanted to watch a bunch of men demean the women they work with, I'd turn on C-SPAN.
I don't watch C-SPAN, so I don't really get it. Because of the...
Congress.
I got it. I get it now.
Come on,
That's a
man. I was
politics
so
joke.
proud of that joke. It's relevant.
Is it? Do people watch C-SPAN?
No, that's the point.
Okay.
Because you don't watch C-SPAN. And men in Congress are dicks. I don't like you anymore.
Wow. What a turn. So,
I
then
love that joke.
Colton found out that Chris smooched Crystal. He went right up to Tia and he daddled.
Oh, he daddled hard.
Daddled. Guess what? Guess what I heard? Oh my god, like, they were sitting there and he was like, I've never kissed a blonde before.
She would have found out.
Yeah.
She would have found out because, like, he told fucking everybody.
So.
Kim was like, oh, it was the first thing he told me when I saw him this morning.
Like, what is he doing? And, like, that just goes. He's never hooked up with a girl. I mean, that was the last thing. Yeah, like, it's like, you should have heard. It's, like, so smooth, like.
Yeah. He just thinks he's so powerful.
I'm going to have a 4-course meal. Then him and Jordan start talking about this 4-course meal. Which was like the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I tuned it out at that point. I was like, I can't listen to you fucksticks talk like this anymore.
And
I just can't.
Some people are going to get offended by that conversation. The one guy was wearing a ridiculous headband and calls himself Goose. And then the other
For
one,
an undetermined reason, somebody said he called himself a silly He called himself a silly goose in his opening. That doesn't mean you keep calling yourself Goose,
Yeah.
especially when Goose is a very famous character from a movie,
yeah.
and nobody wants to be Goose.
So people are going to get upset over that guy, and then Jordan, who has a Tinder profile with the preferred age range of like 50 years.
18 to 65.
18 to 65. So, like, guys, don't
Original
get too worked
hips
up about
only.
it. I've had a couple of geriatrics where it's been a problem. Yeah. So
My mom had a hip replacement. She walks great now, though.
Yeah.
So maybe it should be 50 and over. Replaced hips only.
Okay.
No original hips.
There you go. Yeah, the hips don't lie. All right, so that's it for this week. Thank God. Somehow we got over 45 minutes of this. Can you believe it? I can't. Thanks for watching or listening.
Oh, thanks for loving my mom. We love your mom. I love my mom too. She's the best.
It's great. She's grand. Grand Cal. So yeah, we're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Oh, guys, there's just so much crap
It doesn't matter.
with this show.
It doesn't matter. So maybe we'll see you next week.
Maybe not.
I don't know. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye.